Attention seniors, please read this carefully. The $4,371 property tax opportunity. 92% of American homeowners do not know about this, and the government has not made it straightforward to discover. This is information that could save you thousands of dollars. Take a moment right now because what I am about to share could put thousands of dollars back into your bank account. Money that has been legally available to you for years, but that very few people in government have made the effort to bring to your attention. The average senior homeowner in the United States paid $4,271 in property taxes last year. And here is the difficult reality. For 92% of those homeowners, that amount was higher than it legally had to be. Not because they made an error, not because they miscalculated, but because there is one single form that can significantly lower that bill, and the vast majority of senior homeowners in this country have simply never been told that it exists. The AARP Foundation has clearly documented this issue. 9.3 million older Americans qualify for a property tax reduction they are entitled to under the law, and only 8% of them have ever submitted an application. The remaining 92% are overpaying every single year, and the government has done little to bring this to their attention. But here's the question you need to stay for, because this is where things become especially important. The seniors who do locate this form and submit it, a surprising number still get denied. Not because they are ineligible, but because of one particular section on the application that almost no one knows how to complete correctly. The county does not call you. They do not return the application for correction. They simply deny it, close it, and the window shuts for another full year. I am going to walk you through exactly what that section is, exactly how to avoid that outcome, and exactly how to claim what is rightfully yours, including the retroactive option that could allow you to recover taxes you overpaid in previous years. Most people never learn about that part. Let us get into it. Here is everything being covered today: the exact name of the form and how it actually works, the real dollar amounts ranging from $30 to $6,500 per year depending on your state, why 92% of eligible seniors have never submitted it, the single error that causes most applications to be denied before they are even reviewed, the retroactive filing option, because in several states, if you were eligible in prior years and never knew, you can go back and apply. That final point, the retroactive piece, is where significant additional savings may exist. We will get there. Meet Carol, a situation that reflects the experience of millions. Consider a woman named Carol. She is 68 years old. She spent 26 years as a public school teacher in Illinois. She bought her home outside Springfield in 2001 for $162,000. By 2024, that same home was assessed at $310,000. Her annual property tax bill had grown to $7,400. Carol paid that bill every single year for more than 2 decades, on time and without complaint. A responsible homeowner. Then in 2024, a neighbor casually brought up the senior assessment freeze. Carol had never heard those words before in her life. She visited the county assessor's website, looked into it, and discovered something that genuinely surprised her. She had been eligible since 2021, 3 complete years during which she had overpaid, 3 years of paying thousands more than she legally owed. The county never sent a notice, never made a phone call, never mentioned it. Carol is not an exception. Carol represents the norm. The AARP Foundation runs an entire national program specifically because what happened to Carol is happening to millions of senior homeowners across America at this very moment, while you are reading this. And we have not even addressed the rejection issue yet, the one that affects even the people who do manage to find the form. The form that changes everything, the Senior Homestead Exemption. The form is called the Senior Homestead Exemption. Some states refer to it as the Senior Property Tax Exemption. Illinois calls it the Senior Citizens Homestead Exemption. The name varies by state. The mechanism, however, is identical everywhere. Here is exactly how it works. Your county calculates your property tax based on the assessed value of your home. The exemption reduces that assessed value before the tax is calculated. So if your home is assessed at $300,000 and your state exempts $50,000 for seniors, you are only taxed on $250,000. That reduction applies every single year for as long as you own the home and remain eligible. But here is where it becomes even more advantageous. Some states offer something considerably more powerful, the senior assessment freeze. Rather than reducing the value, this locks your home's taxable value at a fixed point. The moment you file, property values around you can continue to rise. Your neighbor's tax bills increase every year. Yours does not change. Frozen. Carol qualified for both programs and was unaware that either one existed. The real dollar amounts, state by state. Let me show you the kind of savings we are actually discussing. In New Jersey, the maximum benefit under the Senior Freeze program reaches $6,500 per year. In Texas, homeowners age 65 and older receive an additional $60,000 exemption, saving eligible seniors approximately $938 per year in school district taxes alone. In New York, legislation passed in 2026 now permits localities to exempt up to 165% of your home's assessed value, a relatively recent development. In Illinois, the senior assessment freeze locks your assessed value permanently from the moment you file. Consider the math. Over 10 years, a senior in New Jersey who submits this form and remains in their home for a decade retains $65,000 that would otherwise have gone toward taxes. In Texas, nearly $10,000. In Illinois, where property values have risen considerably, the savings grow every single year the freeze holds. This is not a minor advantage. This is a meaningful sum of money that already belongs to you, and most American seniors are not taking advantage of it. The retroactive option that few people know about. Here is the detail that very few people outside of property tax law are familiar with. Those figures assume you file this year. But in several states, if you were eligible in prior years and never knew about this form, you can apply retroactively. Texas allows up to 2 prior tax years. Illinois allows up to 3 prior tax years. For Carol, that meant 3 complete years of overpayment that she could attempt to recover. Real money, real refunds, funds she had already sent to the county, held in a tax account that she had a legal right to reclaim. This is the closest thing in the entire property tax system to money that is already owed to you. No investment required, no financial advisor needed, no attorney, just one form. And in states that allow it, the refund or credit may be available for you to claim. Why 92% of seniors have never learned about this. Let us discuss why this is happening on such a widespread scale. The Senior Citizens Homestead Exemption in Illinois has existed since 1994. That is more than 30 years. Throughout all that time, the state has not mailed letters to qualifying senior homeowners informing them it exists. Here is the straightforward reality. Property tax exemptions in this country are not automatic. There is no agency tracking the moment you turn 65. No system flagging your property record. No notification arrives in your mailbox. The county assessor administers the program and has limited resources to promote it. The full responsibility of discovering it, applying for it, and meeting the deadline rests entirely on you, the homeowner. The AARP Foundation created an entire nationwide volunteer program specifically because this gap in awareness is so significant. In the past 5 years alone, that program helped American seniors access nearly $10 million in property tax relief, $10 million from a single volunteer effort. That number alone reflects how many seniors remain unaware of this benefit every year. The deadline issue that costs seniors another full year. Here is where things become even more difficult. Even when seniors do locate this exemption, many still miss out. Not because they are ineligible, but because of deadlines that receive very little public attention. No letter, no reminder, no warning. Florida closes its additional senior exemption on March 1st. New York City closes on March 15th. Texas closes April 30th. Colorado runs as late as July 15th. These dates are not printed on your tax bill. They are not mailed to your home. If you do not already know to look for them, the window closes quietly and you wait another full year while continuing to overpay. But the deadline is actually only the second most common reason seniors miss this benefit. The number one reason is what I mentioned at the beginning of this piece, and we have now arrived there. Issue number 1, submitting the wrong form. Most counties operate multiple senior tax programs at the same time. The Senior Homestead Exemption is a separate form from the Senior Assessment Freeze, which is a separate form from the Circuit Breaker Credit, which is a separate form from the Standard Homestead Exemption available to any homeowner regardless of age. These programs exist side by side within the same county office, each with different eligibility requirements, different deadlines, and different forms. When a senior finally locates the exemption and submits the incorrect form, the county does not redirect it. They do not call. They do not send an email. The application is processed as submitted and denied, closed. Weeks later, a letter arrives stating that you did not qualify, but you did qualify. You simply filed the wrong form, and now the window has closed for another year. Issue number 2, the income section that causes applications to be rejected. This is the issue I raised at the very beginning, the single section on the application that leads to more rejections than anything else. Most states that offer this exemption have a household income limit. Illinois, $65,000 per year. New York City, $58,000 to $399,000 depending on the tier. Florida's additional senior exemption, below $36,000 per year. When a senior submits the application without attaching proof of income, the application is automatically denied. Not reviewed, not returned for correction, denied. Closed. 1 missing document. 1 automatic denial. 1 more year of paying thousands of dollars more than necessary. This is the section that affects even the people who actually locate the form. This is why even motivated, careful seniors who conduct thorough research still get rejected, because no one informed them that proof of income, such as a prior year tax return or Social Security award letter, must be included at the time of submission. Your 5-step action plan. Take these steps now. Here is your complete step-by-step guide to claiming what is legally yours. Step 1. Confirm your eligibility. Most states require age 65 or older, primary residence ownership, and in many states, a household income below a set threshold. Review your specific state's requirements before submitting anything. Eligibility varies considerably across the country. Step 2. Locate the correct form. Go directly to your county assessor's official government website. Search your county name followed by Senior Homestead Exemption Application 2026. Do not use a third-party website. Do not rely on unverified links. Always go to the official government page. Unofficial sources may not provide accurate or current information. Step 3. Gather every required document before you open the form. Proof of age, your driver's license or birth certificate, proof of ownership, your deed or most recent mortgage statement. Proof of income. If your state has an income limit, your prior year tax return or Social Security award letter. Attach all of them when you submit. Not one missing item, not one missing page. This is the step that determines whether your application is approved. Step 4. Find your county's 2026 deadline today. Search your county name followed by Property Tax Exemption Deadline 2026. Write it down. Mark it on your calendar. Set multiple reminders. Because to be very clear, no one is going to notify you as that date approaches. Step 5. Submit to your county assessor's office. Submit either online, by mail, or in person. Obtain a confirmation. Keep a copy of every single document you submitted. If you are filing retroactively for prior years, ask the office specifically how many prior tax years your state permits, and submit a separate application for each eligible year. The bottom line, this benefit is already available to you. Let us be completely clear about what this truly is. This is not a handout. This is not a special government giveaway. This is not charity. This is a benefit that has been written into the law for decades, money that already legally belongs to you. And the only thing standing between you and thousands of dollars in savings is a single form that no one ever told you about. Carol paid $7,400 a year for 3 years before she learned the truth. That is potentially more than $20,000 in overpayment, and Carol represents just one of millions of American seniors in the same situation right now. Some have been overpaying for 5 years, some for 10, some for 15. The county is not going to call you. The state is not going to send a letter. The federal government is not going to flag your record when you turn 65. The process places the responsibility entirely on the homeowner, and that silence carries a real financial cost for every senior who remains unaware. Do not allow another tax cycle to pass. Do not allow another deadline to close without taking action. Do not remain among the 92%. Join the 8% who have finally claimed what is rightfully theirs. Pull up your county assessor's website today. Find the correct form. Gather your documents. Note the deadline. File the application correctly the first time with proof of income included. And ask about retroactive filing for prior years. This could be among the most financially valuable hours you invest this year, possibly this entire decade. Please share this with every senior homeowner you know, a parent, a neighbor, a friend from your community, because somewhere out there, another Carol is paying $7,400 a year and simply waiting for someone to finally pass this information along to her. Subscribe this channel for the latest helpful content and updates. Take care.